everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of Credit News Review, where I analyze four journalist articles on the same topic and give them constructive feedback. So let's jump in. This article's topic today is one that just came out. Paul Ryan is joining the board over at Fox News, and this is right around the same time Disney is buying them out with I think it's a $71 billion buyout. But there's a couple things that are going on here. So jumping into this first article, this one's from Bill over at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Pretty short article here. By the overview of it, it almost looks like it would be surface level, meaning that it doesn't really dive into the topic too much. So what I was actually thinking, what would be great, there are some key points that are made in this article that I like. But if there was a premise or a preemptive, something in the headline here to where it would state that I could get those key points in a very easy and quick fashion, it would actually maybe even drive some more clicks onto this article. So I could get a quick read, get the points, and then get out. Sometimes I don't have time to read longer articles. So that's what I'd have to say about that article for you, Bill. Moving on to the next one. This one is from CNBC. Also a fair headline. I like the key points that they give right here. Just kind of like what I was mentioning in the last article. I thought it was a little weird format to have it above the picture. I think I would have liked it just above the text here, so that way it just segments a little bit differently. I was ready to read, and then it was broken up by this huge picture, and then going into the article. So that was just something I was looking at. This particular article gave more context on who is on the board. So who is Paul Ryan going to be joining for the Fox News Corp or Fox Corp board? At the very end of the article, it kind of goes into maybe this correlation without causation, but it's interesting to at least point out the fact that Paul Ryan faced some criticism here for claiming he believed that Trump wouldn't win the 2020 election. He later then in this tweet walked that back. So I was just wondering, maybe this was because he walked it back because he was getting towards this Fox Corp board and he didn't want to be on the bad seat with Trump. I don't know. That's where my mind was going with that. Any clarification on that from you, Ashley, would be wonderful if you know. Cool. Moving on to the next one, Hollywood Reporter. Again, another fair headline. These are all pretty simple and straightforward. This one by George here. There's pretty much the same info as the one article from CNBC, but this one I thought was interesting because he included information about a poison pill. Not knowing what a poison pill was before this, I thought it might have just been some sensational wording. I don't know, but anyways, it actually is a key word for something that happens in business when they're trying to make sure that somebody doesn't get a beneficial ownership of 15% more in the Class B or common stock. So I thought that was interesting that they did that. There wasn't a lot of context on why they were putting it in there, but I guess those who are on the board just want to be protective of their seats, given that it is one of the largest companies. Finally, we're moving on to the LA Times. I actually thought this was a really nice take. I guess being in LA, you have a little bit more connection to the media scene and movies and television. So I liked that this article focused on not too much of what the other articles did. Granted, they covered the context that was needed in Paul Ryan joining the board here, who would be on the board. But then the majority of the article was on Fox becoming a standalone publicly traded company, what happened to the market, and then getting into the actual media and shows that would be affecting consumers. So what kind of shows is Fox going to hold on to? What is Disney going to get? And on and on. It actually went into a lot more detail than I thought. So I thought this was some great journalism to pull this out. I think this is very important to some readers. I don't watch that much TV, but this is interesting to know, and I think this would be definitely for the right market in LA Times, being probably one of the best places to have that. So overall, I thought all these articles were pretty great. Nothing inherently wrong about them. So I hope my constructive feedback helped you. If you want to get private beta access to Credder with our special review process, something that I use these videos to kind of base my reviews off of. You can go to credder.com and get exclusive access there, or you can email me directly, jared@credder.com, and I will work with you on getting you verified. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next episode of Credder News Review. Until next time.